Hello and welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're making chili mac. So to start with, you're going to have to make at least a cup of uncooked elbow macaroni in a pot with water, doing the instructions that come with the box because this is going to be added to the skillet we're cooking everything in, and we need it cooked ahead of time. So go ahead and cook it for the time that it asks you to do it, and then drain it, put a lid on it, set it to the side so that way when we are mixing up the rest of the ingredients it is ready to go. Basically, on the boxes that I've seen, usually they tell you to cook this for about 11 minutes or so at a rapid boil. So make sure you have hot water in your pan before you put it in, and then once it's cooking, cook it for the time that it needs to be cooked. Start your cooking, measuring your time at the time it starts to boil, not when you drop it in and it's just simmering. You want that boil. Your water should have been boiling before you put the macaroni in. And you need to periodically stir the macaroni to make sure that it's not sticking to itself. Once it's done, like I said, drain it, put it to the side, and in a skillet we're going to add a half a cup of green and red peppers which have been chopped, and one small onion. Once you get them into the pan, we're going to cook them for a while to make sure that they are starting to cook through. Now I used a frozen pepper blend in with real onion, so I cut up the onion, but the pepper blend was already from a frozen bag, but the two together will cook at an even pace, so it's no big deal. And once you get them pretty much cooked through, you are going to want to add your ground beef, which you're adding a pound of ground beef. So I push all my vegetables to one side in the beginning so I can get the ground beef and the other side of the pan and break it up, because you don't want large hunks of the ground beef. You really do want to break it up into smaller bits. Once you get it broken up, then go ahead and incorporate your vegetables into it, stirring it through. So this way when one is cooking, the other is cooking with it. So you already have the warmth of the vegetables are in the pan. Now they're going to actually cook through with the ground beef. Once you have this all mixed together, you're going to want to add 1.5 teaspoons of steak seasoning, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and then stir this up because you want to mix it through all the meat so that way the flavor of the seasoning gets into everything. So cook, stir. You want to brown your ground beef at this point, which means we want to get it completely cooked through. One thing you do want to make sure of is when you do get this completely cooked, if you have a lot of oil in your pan, you want to drain some of it. You don't want to leave that in, or else when you get your skillet done in the end, it's going to be kind of greasy and kind of messy. So do what you have to get that out of there. You could easily just tilt the skillet to the side with a spoon and spoon some of it out if you have to. But keep stirring this and cooking it until it is completely cooked through, as you can see with mine. Before you add anything else, make sure that everything is broken up and there aren't a lot of pink bits in your ground beef. You really do want these cooked. So just keep stirring, keep moving it around until you feel secure in the fact that it has been mixed through and that there's nothing pink. Now I've already drained out the oil from mine, and I am adding in 2 cans of chili with beans, which is about 15 ounces per can. Get that in there, mix it through your ground beef and peppers and onions, and get them all stirred up. Next, you're going to need a can of corn, which you need to drain all of the liquid out of, and then you're going to add that in, and then we're going to stir that through as well. So once you get your corn completely mixed through with everything else in the pan, you're going to let it sit for a couple minutes, bring your temperature up to where it is simmering underneath, and then you're going to add back in the elbow macaroni that we cooked earlier. Just bring it out of the pan. Some of it might stick together a little bit since it's sat for a moment. That doesn't matter, because when you put it into the rest of the ingredients, they're going to actually coat it and it's all going to break up the way it should. And just keep mixing it through a little at a time until you get the whole everything mixed together. And this is what you're doing to actually make this complete skillet meal. The only thing we have left to do after this is actually put cheese on top. So keep going for it. The flavoring's there, all the ingredients are there. Just keep mixing it, keep warming it. I'd let it cook for at least another 5 to 7 minutes to get it completely heated and mixed through. Because if your heat was already on a medium high, you're perfect, because it's going to keep cooking it. And then you already had hot ingredients in the pan to warm up anything you just added. So, 5 to 7 minutes should do. Once you see it simmering and everything in the bottom has really heated up, and you can see my pan, you can see little bits of it bubbling, then you're going to add your topping, which is about a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. And you're just going to take this and go all over the top, because this is going to melt and sink down over the top and just give it a layer. The only other thing you could possibly do to this to give it a different flavor is if you had taco seasoning, you could add that to it just to punch the flavor. But as soon as your cheese is melted, this is done and you can actually eat at any time. So basically it's like a Mexican inspired meal in a skillet. So as you can see, the cheese is already melting on mine, so it doesn't take very long for that cheese to do what it should. If you have to, from time to time, you can take a spatula and push the cheese down, because you can see the underneath side of this is actually bubbling through. And here you have it. This is the final thing. And it is a great dinner or lunch, whatever you want to serve it. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.